All right, so I've talked about um, two ways to solve systems of equations. So the first way was graphing. I told you it's the easiest, but it's not necessarily the best. And then there's substitution. That one's pretty good. It's got its moments. And then the way I like the most is elimination. So with elimination, we're going to be combining our equations to eliminate a variable. So I have 3x minus 2y equals negative 2, and negative 3x plus y equals negative 8. And this is for Algebra 1, U10. So I'm going to do 6 problems for you guys. So up here, what I want to do is I want to eliminate my variables. So I'm going to eliminate my x's. Why am I going to get rid of them? Well, notice they're both 3's. The y's are different. I can eliminate them if I want, but the x's here are the same, so they're going to be the easiest. Now, if it's the same, subtract, well, these are the opposites. What do I mean by opposites? That's a positive 3, that's a negative 3. So since they're opposites, I'm going to add. If they were both 3, I would subtract them. So here, add them. So 3x plus negative 3x, well, they cancel. Negative 2 plus y, that's negative y. Negative 2 plus negative 8, that's negative 10. So y equals 10. Bam, already half done. Now that I have y equals 10, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to pick one of my equations. I like the top equation. And I'm going to take that y and I'm going to plug it in. So I have 3x minus 2 times 10 equals negative 2. And now I'm going to go ahead and solve for x. I get 3x equals 18. I get x equals 6. So my answer is 610. Now, these problems do take a good bit of time to do. All right? But once you get the hang of it, you're going to probably like the method more so than anything. All right, so the next one is negative 6x plus 6y equals negative 12. And the next one is negative 6x plus 5y equals negative 7. So what I do here is, again, I notice my x's are like the same number in front. They're both 6's. In this case, they're both negative 6's. Since it's negative 6 and negative 6, I'm going to subtract because they're the same. So negative 6 minus negative 6, they cancel. 6 minus 5 is 1. Negative 12 minus negative 7 is negative 5. There you go. Y's are solved for. Now I'm going to pick an equation. In this case, it doesn't really matter much. I pick the one that typically has the smaller number, so I'll pick the bottom one, which is negative 6x plus 5y equals negative 7. And I'm going to take that negative 5 for y and I'm going to plug it in. So I have negative 6x plus 5 times negative 5 equals negative 7. Well, negative 6x minus 25 equals negative 7. And add 25 to both sides, I get negative 6 equals, see, 18. So x equals negative 3. So I got negative 3 and I got negative 5. So the next one I got is negative x plus y equals 7. Negative x minus 7y equals negative 19. My x's are opposite, so I'm going to add. Negative x plus x is 0. Y plus negative 7y is negative 6y. 7 plus negative 19 is negative 12. So this time I have to divide by negative 6, and I get y is 2. Okay, divide by negative 6 here to get to 2. Now I'm going to pick one of my equations. Okay, doesn't really matter which one. Okay, I'll pick the top one. It looks a little bit more simplified. So I'm going to take y, I'm going to plug it in. So I have negative x plus 2 equals 2. Or equals 7. My bad. Equals 7. Okay? So now here, I'm going to subtract 2. And I get negative x equals 5. So x equals negative 5. So I have negative 5. And I have 2. All right, for the next one. For the next one, I have negative 2x plus 8y equals 20. 2x minus 5y equals negative 8. So, again, I know it seems like you're always getting rid of the x's. Could be the y's. It's just the x's here are opposites. So I'm going to add the 2. Negative 2 plus 2, well, that's 0. 8 plus negative 5, well, that's 3. And 20 plus negative 8 is 12. So now I divide by 3. I get y is 4. Now I'm going to pick one of my equations. I like the bottom one better. So it's 2x minus 5y equals negative 8. You could pick the top one if you want. Okay? So I'm going to plug that in. I have 2x minus 5 times 4 equals negative 8. I'm going to simplify that. So 2x minus 20 equals negative 8. Add 20 to both sides. 2x equals 12. So x equals 6. So I have 6 and 4. All right, moving right along. So this one is 9x minus 6y equals negative 6. And this one says negative 9x plus 7y equals 13. And I would go ahead and I would add those, but let me see, because I don't want to use up all of my problems on ones that are the same. So let me jump to the next level. Okay, so instead of doing this problem, I'm going to do this problem. So now I have x minus 2y equals 5. And I have negative 5x plus 8y equals negative 13. Well, now they're not the same. So what I have to do is I have to pick a variable. I'm going to pick y in this case, and I'm going to try and get rid of the y's. Now, how do I make a 2 and 8? Well, you have to multiply this by 4. So I'm going to multiply all these numbers by 4. Now, I just put it there because I'm running out of room. So I have some over here, so I'm just going to rewrite my problem over here. Okay, so that one's just negative 5x plus 8y equals negative 13. And this one becomes 4x minus 8y equals 20. Now my y's are the same. All right, by the same I mean they're both 8s. Now I got to figure out, am I going to add or subtract? Well, negative 8 and positive 8. So I'm going to add the 2 because they're opposites. 4 plus negative 5 is negative x. The y's cancel. 20 plus negative 13 is 7, so x equals negative 7. And now I'm going to take that and I'm going to plug it back in. Well, I like this original equation right here the best because it's the most simplified. Okay, my numbers are the smallest. So I'm going to plug in that negative 7, so negative 7 minus 2y equals 5. I'm going to add 7 to both sides, so I have negative 2y equals 12. and I get y equals negative 6. Now, I didn't show all my work there because I'm running out of room, and I want you guys to be able to see everything. So my answer is negative 7 and negative 6. All right, now let me jump one more level, okay? So the last type of problem I'm going to do is 10x minus 6y equals 8, and negative 2x plus 3y equals negative 7. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to multiply this equation, okay, by a number. So I get rid of a variable. I'm going to choose to get rid of the x's. So I'm going to multiply by 5 so that this 2 will become a 10. So, okay, this one I'm just going to rewrite 10x minus 6y equals 8. And this one I'm going to rewrite as negative 10x plus 15y equals negative 35. So my x's are opposite, so I'm going to add them. So I have, they cancel. Negative 6 plus 15 is 9y. 8 plus negative 35 is negative 27. Divide by 9, I have y equals negative 3. Now I'm going to pick an equation. I like the bottom one here. So I have negative 2x plus 3y equals negative 7. I'm going to substitute in negative 3 for y, so negative 2x plus 3 times negative 3 equals negative 7. Now I'm going to simplify, so I have negative 2x minus 9 equals negative 7. Add 9 to both sides, so I have negative 2x equals 2. And x turns out to be negative 1 after I divide both sides by negative 2. So my answer would be negative 1 and negative 3. And that's how you do it.